Okay, there we go. Now we are live everywhere. Now we're live in 3 groups: my profile, YouTube, TikTok, the lot. Okay, so anything you need to ask Amazon FBA related, let me know. Let me know. And I'm going to say it again. I said this on the last stream. If you're not using ChatGPT 4, then you're getting left behind. Because I'll be honest, I use it all day long. All day long. And it's going to help you out massively with online business. It's going to help you out with invoices. It's going to help you out with demos. It's going to help you out with everything. Okay. I've got a few videos on my TikTok showing you how to use ChatGPT 4. Insane. It's £20 a month. You spend that on a Domino's. Let's go. Do you only work with UK sellers? No, we work overseas as well in the USA. I've sent a product into Amazon with me and 3 other sellers, and it's sold out. While I restocked and wait for my products to check in again, price has massively tanked by £9 and has over 40 sellers. Won't make any profit for a long while. Shall I just get my items returned? I would break even or make less of a profit. So depending on how much profit you'd make, I'm not sure if it's tanked below the break-even price. If it has, just leave it on there, because don't forget, when you get a return on Amazon, so you ask Amazon FBA to return the product back to you, they're going to charge you for that delivery. So you've got products live on your store and you want them sent back to your house or your prep center, they're going to charge you for that. Okay, so remember, even if you're breaking even, you're not paying for that delivery cost of removing the products, because that removal fee can sometimes be a lot, especially if the products are heavy, they are expensive, they need more prep. It's not worth it. Someone says, does paying for PPC come out of the profit, or do you have to pay for it? So what I'd recommend is, I always say to beginners, stay away from private label if it's your first time using Amazon, okay? Start off with online arbitrage. Start off with that, because you don't have to build those product listings. You don't have to rank them. People all over TikTok, YouTube, they teach you that private label is this get rich quick. It's going to cost you $500 or £500 to start with. And you quickly realize that the shipping alone for these products from China to the UK or to the US, that's going to cost you £500 or $500. The items themselves, they're £3 each, and you got to order 1,000 of them. What's that? £3,000. The costs just go up and up, and then you've got to pay for the advertising as well. Insane. So what I'd say is just you do online arbitrage. You can use pre-built listings. They're already ranked. You don't have to drive any traffic to them. Much better. Apes, do me a favor. Go and sit down and write down the things you do with your time, because that's not constructive. You've been removed. Okay, any more questions? Let me know. I'm going to read them out. Don't you just love the internet? Don't you just love the internet? Yeah, I'm drinking a Red Bull. It's 8:30. That means I'll be awake till 2 a.m. So if you need to ask me anything on WhatsApp, the people that I mentor, ask away. I'm awake all night. Okay, I think I've answered all the questions. If you are questioned out, for lack of better words, and you've got no more questions to ask, give me one in the chat and we'll end the stream. There's no point in me sitting here and looking at the screen and nobody asking questions. So if you've got everything you came for, give me one in the chat and we'll call it a night. Someone says, do you recommend setting up as a sole trader or limited company? I'm not an accountant, so I'm not going to give you tax advice. Just take what I say with a pinch of salt, but I'd recommend a limited company. Someone says, how much is your mentorship and what is involved? You'll have to send me a message after the stream and I'll let you know via message. Do you employ any people yourself? Yeah, we got VAs, we got support staff. Yeah, quite a few. I used to try and sit here and do everything myself. But what you need to remember is you can only work effectively for like 4 hours a day. And I mean sitting there and actually focusing on what you need to do. Okay. So if you're working 4 hours a day and then you went and hired 5 members of staff or even 1 member of staff, and they are each now working 4 hours a day as well as you, you've got many more hours work going into your business. You know, you could sit there for 12 hours. In fact, you could sit there somehow for 24 hours, no sleep. You're absolutely knackered. And you will still not beat the person that has hired 5 members of staff that work 8 hours or 10 hours a day each. Does that make sense? You've only got a certain amount of hours in the day. So if you need to do this many tasks, how are you going to get them done on your own? You're going to be super tired. You're going to mess up. You're going to do bad work. And then you're going to have to go back and correct it all. You know, I've been there, believe me. I've been typing emails on 3 hours sleep and they've looked and read terrible. So don't do it. Then I've had to redo them. So you're actually less productive than if you just say, look, okay, it's going to cost a little bit, but I'm going to hire a team. And then what you do is you manage the team and you hire people that are smarter than you, that can do things better than you can. Because to sit there and think you're the best at everything, that's not true. You know, some people are really good at marketing, but they're not good at product design. You know, you need someone super creative. So then go out and hire someone that's creative. You know, if you're not good at the adverts, your adverts are terrible, or your product sourcing is terrible, or your social media game is terrible, go and hire people that are good at that, and then you've got an awesome team, and that will elevate you as an entrepreneur. To sit there and want to do everything yourself is insane. Is it the type you do? Yes, we do wholesale and online arbitrage. That's what the mentorship covers. But I'm not just I always say this to the people that I do mentor for Amazon. I'm not just an Amazon mentor. I'm a mentor for you as a person. If you're having a bad day because you're unorganized and you want some help getting organized, ask me what I do. I am still kind of unorganized, but I've implemented a lot of things that have helped me be more organized. So I can help you with that. If you want to learn about drop shipping, I can help you with that. I've done that in the past, and I've set up a drop shipping store now, and that's doing pretty well. So, you get more than just the Amazon mentorship. So don't ever feel like you can only ask me Amazon FBA stuff. That's not true. Someone says, for how long did it take to realize you could do this as your full-time job? Newbie here. So people always ask me this, and I need to make this super clear. To think that you can just start selling on Amazon and have it as your full-time income within, people. The thing is, let me just go back a bit. People all over TikTok and YouTube, they say, look, sign up to my course and you're going to be making 30K in 30 days. It's not realistic at all, because it's going to take you a week to set up the Amazon account. That's a week to just set up the store. And then if you want to register a limited company, that's going to take a few more days. You've got to send off your ID. So you're looking at a month. I'm going to say 3 weeks, 2 weeks, just to get your Amazon account and the products to you. Okay. So you've ordered products, you've set up your store, and you've had a knock on the door, and the products have arrived, and now you're going to send them into Amazon. Okay. So to get to that stage, that's going to take you 2 to 3 weeks. And then once you send them into Amazon, they're going to take 7 days to arrive there. So that's another week. So we're nearly at a month and you've not made a penny. So it's not actually possible to go full-time in a month. It's not scientifically possible at all that you've got that many hours or it works that fast to be able to set up that quick. So what I'll say is, your goal should be to work less. So it's not all about, going full-time and being an entrepreneur and taking massive risk. If you've got rent to pay, you've got kids to feed, you've got a car to pay for, you've got, people to provide for. It's about maybe working less at work to spend more time at home doing the things that you enjoy. So let's say you make £2,000 per month at your 9-to-5 job, but you hate it. So if your Amazon store brought in £1,000 profit, now you can work half the amount of time at work. Does that make sense? So one thing I'll say as well, and this is what people fail to realize, is let's say your goal is to replace your full-time income. Okay. So maybe make £1,500 or £2,000. I don't know how much you make. Maybe you make £5,000 per month on Amazon or in your 9-to-5 job. So let's just say at the moment you're working full time and you're making 2K per month. Let's go with that. And then you start Amazon and you build it up to 2K per month. Okay, so now we've got the 9-to-5, that's 2K per month, and we've got the Amazon store, 2K per month. So in your pot every month, you've got 4K. You've got 4K in your pot. But if you quit the 9-to-5, suddenly you've only got the Amazon money. And now don't forget, you've got to pay your mortgage, you've got to pay your rent, you've got to pay for food, you've got to pay bills. So how are you going to invest more money back into the Amazon business? You're taking all your profits from Amazon to pay for everything else. So what I always say to people is, go part-time. Go part-time. one shift a week at your 9 to 5 job and keep your foot in the door, because Amazon can be insane one month and then the month after you make no money, or you make less than what you need to pay out in rent. And that's going to stress you out. That's going to keep you up at night. And then you'll be knackered the next day. You're stressed. You can't focus on your business. It's not good. Okay, so there we go. How long it took me? I had no help. But what I did have is a massive amount of help from my mum, because she let me stay at home rent-free how old was that? About 4 years ago. I was about 23, 24. So I used to use all my wages to test with on Amazon. So I used to get paid around £1,500 a month, and I just spend it all on products to send into Amazon. And you know what? Some months I'd lose it all. I'd lose £1,000 this month. I'd lose 800. I'd lose 500. I pay for this software. It's a load of crap. And through doing that, I learned from my mistakes. But I understand that maybe you've not got that kind of money to test with. I was in an insane position. So realistically, it depends on how much you've got to invest. Because how can you make 2K per month if you've only got £200 in your pot to buy the products with? Doesn't make sense. On average, on Amazon, you're going to make 40% return on investment. So if you've got £1,000 to invest into stock, you're going to make £400 in profit. That's it. And that's best case scenario. So to make your full-time income, to be able to quit and then maybe a bit more to reinvest, you've got to understand that you need the capital to buy those products to make that profit with. And one more tip. Not many people say this. And I'm going to be super real with you right now. When you're at the last straw of your 9 to 5 and you're thinking, right, that's it, I'm quitting, I'm doing well on Amazon, I'm going in and I'm handing my notice in. I did it, and don't get me wrong, it felt insane. I always say this on my webinar because I remember it like clear as day. Went in on my day off because I only live around the corner. There was X person in the office and they were kind of looking over the shoulder. I came in to leave my notice on the boss's desk. And then I just slid it under, looked on the calendar to see when she was back in, and left. And that was the best feeling ever, because at that moment I knew from there, it's on me. Do you know what I mean? It's no more messing around. If you don't get up in the morning, you're not making any money. So that kind of motivated me. But what I'll say to you is, if you've got a family to provide for, you've got, things to pay for, book annual leave at your 9 to 5. Book 2 weeks off. Okay? And then see how you feel working for yourself full time. Are you really going to get up in the morning and work at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. or 8 a.m.? Have you got the willpower to get out of bed when it's cold, when you could easily stay in bed? Because don't forget, no one's going to call you. I said this the other day. When you don't show up for yourself and you're in this office and you're working, you don't get any missed calls off your manager. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. It's on you now. It's your business. And don't forget as well, on top of that, most people want you to fail. As bad as that sounds, most people want you to fail. So they're not going to encourage you. You're having a bad day, you're having a bad time, you've maybe lost a little bit of money. All your friends that are in that 9 to 5 job still, they're going to say, maybe it's not working out. Why don't you go and get a job again? Why don't you get a job back here? I had that exact same conversation when I'd left shortly after with one of my ex-friends. You know, he was telling everyone at work that I needed my job back because things weren't great. And, you know, he's saying this and that. I'm not going to go into, a drama story, but book annual leave, 2 weeks, and pretend that you've left your 9 to 5. See what your daily routine is like. See what time you get up at. See what you do. See how many hours you sit at your desk for and work. Because it's all right watching all these YouTube videos on people, you know, a full day in the life of an entrepreneur. They get up, they have a cold shower, they do this and that. But you don't know what they actually do behind YouTube. You don't. Of course, they're going to be stood there in a cold shower on YouTube. Of course, they're going to be, you know, in the gym at 6 a.m. It looks good. They know that's what you want to see. So you need to test and see if you can do what it takes to run a business, because I'll be honest, it's freaking hard. It's hard work, okay? Okay, I'm going to hop off in 5 more minutes. Any questions? Ask away. You've got 5 more minutes. And then I'm hopping off. As I said earlier, if you want the £1 deal, so you get £500 worth of courses for literally £1, send me a message after this stream and I'll send you the link to hop on. It's £1. If you don't like it, I will send you that £1 back. £1, you get £500 worth of courses. Okay? If you don't like the courses, you don't feel like £500 worth of courses was worth your £1 investment, I will send it you back. Okay? I don't want your £1 if you're not happy. So there you go. If you want that, send me a message either on TikTok or on Facebook, on WhatsApp. And that's it. I'm going to hop off. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care. I hope you learned something.